out as the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tack McKinley in there for sack number 22 on the year. Just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001.
Double tight. Double tight.
Here we go.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Shut down. Shut down. Single. I got a single in the slot. Single in the slot.
Hurry up. Here we go. 3-19.
Watch tight. Watch tight.
All right, now, lucky
Tight end
56.
right.
Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriots.
Switch.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Crash.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Trust me, Brandon, I'm not about to try and take your job. I can't do what you do. But that wasn't just 3 and out. That felt like 3 and backwards.
That's exactly what it was. You can have my job whenever you want it. The drive that you're looking for, though, probably going forward, bad start to the ball game.
Yeah, not the way to get things going.
Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field.
Watch tight end.
All right, now, lucky 56.
We got 4.
Here we go.
Throwing on 1st down.
Check.
Chung.
Crunch.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from.
Here we go now.
Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Steps away to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this 1st quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there. Wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Ten yards still left on 2nd down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Here we go now. Watch you now, Barney.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Chung, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Yards to go on 3rd.
Check, Patriots.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. To throw on 3rd down. Young, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles at ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 I went 3 and out on that first drive. Trying to do better here. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Detroit!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. James has got it. Complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to start them out.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Back down, Philly, here we go.
On 1st down, Chung. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Defensively, they're going to have to do something about him in a hurry because that last catch puts him over the 100-yard mark. We haven't even hit the second quarter yet.
And you did say they'd have to do it in a hurry. It has to be right now because as his confidence grows, it'll actually overwhelm the defense. No matter what they do, they feel like they can't stop him.
And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
2nd down following the run.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end.
All right, here we go. Watch him now, Barney.
Now handoff looking right. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
We got three down.
So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
Hey, it's our house.
All right, no. Check. Patriot.
They run with Taylor.
Go.
And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Outside coming. Run. They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo!
Set! 319! 319!
Now here's a carry heading left. He's to the 10, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
An update from Buffalo, and it's the Cowboys that have moved down to an early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Now let's go! Green 39!
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it moves big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out.
Kill.
All right, now, lucky 56. Over. Detroit.
He'll drop to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Now let's go. Blue, land it.
Check.
Gun.
Back to throw. Now the pressure gets to him again. Grady Jarrett in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on passing arrest this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
It's taken to the 26. Look at the spin.
Ballots.
Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Set. Over.
Now they try the right side here. And he's got room. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain.
All day, baby.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
All right, here we go.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now a handoff looking right.
Check nickel.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Tight on the left.
Now let's go.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put him in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award. And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure it's just a little bit extra.
Now they try the right side here. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. The Falcons averaged 34 points a game last year, tops in the NFL with that powerful offense. And they're already looking for more here as they've got it 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now let's go.
Now a handoff looking right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Two times.
All right, here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the 1st half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hurry up, all right, now, lucky 56.
Now they try the right side here. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Here we go now. Watch you now, Barney.
Check
All right, now, lucky 56. All right, here we go. 56. Green, 30. Watch you now, Barney.
Shit.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jack 31.
Leopard.
Switch.
He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the 1st half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
44.
He'll look to throw.
Hey, watch the slant.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total.
You better be afraid.
Here we go now. Philly, here we go.
Now a handoff looking right. And very little room to maneuver. He'll
They'll get this down to about the 39. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Watch 88. Watch 88. Single.
Here we go now. 319. No. Check. Patriot.
Off play action. Chung. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control.
Right
blitz, got him into the right protection scheme. So he
fires one that's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Four down.
Watch you now, Barney.
6th guy. Check
Detroit. Back down right Philly. Here we go. No. Check now. Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Here we go now. 319.
Out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. A very solid gain of 27. See some head shaking on that defensive sideline because so much focus on taking away what he did last week as NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Big gain there for him to start.
I love your observation because you would think they'd be prepared for him after what he did the previous week. But sometimes that skill set actually intimidates a defense, and he used it to his great advantage.
They've gone to the 2nd quarter in Buffalo, and the Bills have taken the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. He might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but just need to do it a little bit better or not. We'll find out.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Beck. And brought. But not before reaching the 45-yard line. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Strong right. Strong right.
Hurry up, here we go.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Now let's go. Boom, landed. Over.
Man left.
Gun.
Shift.
Over.
Switch.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the... And this is taken in at the 5. A big third down play there for the Jags. 42 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there?
Here we go.
On that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Now let's go.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offensive backfield and spilling everything.
Lucky 56.
They look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting to drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Detroit 19.
Now they try the right side here. Room here to run. And they're going to have this one up near the 30-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him.
And now here's a carry heading left. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left.
Set! Watch it now, Barney!
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Oh, we got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
Back 99, Philly!
Check 25.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Here we go now!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through him. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Chung, he's going to float this one deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in the second half. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Watch it now, Barney!
Back to throw. Chung. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Norman. And that one good for 16 yards and a first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are,
let's go.
the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
3 yards to go here on 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Chung.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A gain of 32 that time. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Shift together here from the D-line. 2nd and goal. Defense digging in again. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down. Not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, Start loosening up. I think he'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about the defensive backs who get beat for a touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together.
Here we go now.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
They'll drop to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Hurry up, here we go.
Hey, boys, we got 4.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Well, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
4 down, 4 down.
Now let's go.
Mike 42, Mike 42.
Watch it now, Barney.
Time running out here on the play clock. He'll look to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tech McKinley in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially to skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
Hurry up, here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep in the hands of those runners, keep moving it, keep grinding clock.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, we got tight right.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Set. Blue landing.
On 3rd down. That's Bennett. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
All day, baby.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down.
Watch it now, Barney. Set. Blue landing.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Jacksonville.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where I came from.
got it on the toss. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. This offense so far on third down, they've been excellent. 6 for 7. This is third and goal. Looking to throw. Chung. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Miles Jack in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a fourth down.
Oh, let's go, D. That's what I'm talking about, D.
And his kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Bust through the tackle. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
That factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Set! Back in the Philly, here we go!
Me.
They'll set up a throw.
That quarterback. And off.
And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Jaguars on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is third and 4.
3-19! 3-19!
They'll look to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tech McKinley in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Good job.
A big play there with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got his tight end, Jake Bunt. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. Fresh set of downs here.
Single. Watch
Here we go now. 3-9.
They go play action here on first down. And no escape
escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ted McKinley getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to go down again.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
No. Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw here. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Here they come.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So out come the Falcons now. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in. Because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 7.
Now let's go. Green. No. Check. Patriot.
Back to throw. Chung.
Here we go.
Escaping the pressure right.
Check 43.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Zach Cunningham in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken at the 15. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And now here's a carry heading left. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Hurry up, here we go. Green. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they try the right side here. He juked him. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. The Falcons on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. They are in the fourth in Buffalo. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got now a hit and a loose football. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
Here we go. Green, 30.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
Hurry up, here we go.
Offense looks to punch it in here from the one on second. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal. And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Let's go.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out
Yeah,
here.
use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it.
Because you're not going to want that feeling.
You don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there. Hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play,
Hurry up,
but
here we
if
go.
not, maybe get a pass interference call. You know, in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
All right, here we go.
Looking to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And James has it. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
All right, here we go.
They're going to look to throw. Complete out right to Jake Butt. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put it up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And he motions the wide receiver.
You got motion man. You got motion man right there.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. The 30. 20. 10.
And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. They are in the 4th and Buffalo. And really pouring it on now are the Cowboys. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for them on the year. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes, Coach, say that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game.
And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 44. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Well, Charles, the forecast...